Before killing anyone, he called the sheriff to taunt him, and said he was about to strike again. In truth, the sheriff was his real target as the killer raised his gun. He saw two women walk up to the sheriff. One of them patted the sheriff on the shoulder, and the killer guessed she was his wife. He even said, "By the way, you have a very pretty wife," and the sheriff's reaction confirmed it. Then the assassin fired before the sheriff could reach her. Chaos followed. This was revenge for the sheriff, constantly ruining his plans, and what made it worse was that his wife had planned to tell him she was pregnant. That very night she died in his arms at her funeral. The killer came back sitting in a car watching from afar, sketching the sheriff's portrait. He took pleasure in his pain. After the funeral, the sheriff prepared his weapons. He couldn't sit still after watching his wife die. He was determined to take down the killer himself. It was his duty as a husband. Meanwhile, the killer was already planning his next move, unaware that the sheriff was tracking him down. Back at the station, while examining the sketch, the sheriff noticed a clue. It pointed to the killer's next target. The team moved fast to protect the new victim. A city planning director, the sheriff immediately called for armed backup, but the assassin was already in place. He pulled a rectangular box from his trunk full of weapons. Armed officers surrounded the federal courthouse, anticipating the director's arrival. The whole area was locked tight. Nothing could get through, not even air. Everyone thought the killer would retreat, but to their shock, he appeared somewhere unexpected. He connected special tools into the train's control system, inserted a decoder, and hacked the train's operation. Some passengers noticed and tried to stop him, but the assassin didn't hesitate. He pulled his gun and fired. A chubby man begging for mercy was shot in the knees. Then the killer jammed a metal bar between the train doors, activated his hack, and opened them automatically. At the same time, the motorcade carrying the city planning chief reached the courthouse entrance. The assassin opened a case, revealing a rocket launcher. He loaded and aimed it using the bar for support, waited for the train to align, and then fired. A massive fireball erupted, destroying everything nearby and taking out the bureau chief in the explosion.